Sister Wives. Christine pushes a crying Kody out of the headlines. The Sister Wives saga just keeps getting more explosive. And this time, it's Christine Brown and Kody Brown in yet another showdown that fans will never forget. In a scene that had viewers absolutely stunned, Christine pushed a crying Kody out of her home, slamming the door on their broken marriage, their shattered trust, and years of unresolved anger. What led to the shocking moment? Why was Kody reduced to tears? And what does this say about the future of the Brown family? Christine and Kody's marriage has been unraveling for years, but this confrontation showed just how deep the wounds truly go. For Christine, pushing Kody out was more than just a dramatic moment, it was symbolic. It was her way of saying she was done being treated as less than, done being second to Robin, and done sacrificing her happiness for a man who never truly prioritized her. Fans have seen Kody angry before. They've seen him frustrated, even cruel at times. But what viewers rarely see is Kody breaking down. In this moment, the tears weren't about losing Christine as a wife, at least not in the traditional sense. Instead, many fans believe the crying was rooted in Kody's loss of control. For years, Kody dictated the rules, set the expectations, and had the final say in the family. But Christine's act of literally pushing him out and closing the door behind him flipped that power dynamic completely. For once, Kody wasn't the one leaving, he was being forced out. Christine, for her part, stood her ground. She told Kody she could no longer allow him to emotionally manipulate her or gaslight her into believing she was the problem. She reminded him of all the times she begged for his attention, only to be dismissed. She recalled moments where he publicly admitted that he was no longer attracted to her, cutting her down in front of millions of viewers. That pain built up over years, and on this day, Christine finally exploded. Kody tried to reason with her. He cried, telling her that she was destroying the family, that their children would suffer, and that the wives would be split apart forever because of her decision. But Christine refused to shoulder that blame anymore. She reminded Kody that it wasn't her decision alone that broke the family, it was his favoritism, his neglect, and his refusal to treat all wives equally. What struck fans the most was the contrast between Kody's tears and Christine's icy resolve. While he wept, she stood tall, firm in her choice, her eyes filled not with sadness, but with relief. It was the moment Christine fully took her power back. Viewers flooded social media after the scene aired, and the reactions were brutal for Kody. One fan wrote, "Kody isn't crying because he lost Christine. He's crying because he lost control." Another added, "Christine pushing him out is the most satisfying thing I've ever seen on this show." Others praised Christine for standing her ground after years of enduring disrespect. But the fallout doesn't end there. The kids are, once again, caught in the middle. Some of Christine's children openly supported her decision to push their father out, saying they've seen her suffer for far too long. Others, particularly Kody's loyalists, were upset that Christine had humiliated him in such a public way. For the Brown children, this split is more than just about divorce. It's about choosing sides, navigating loyalties, and figuring out who really has their best interest at heart. And then, of course, there's Robin. Viewers couldn't help but notice that during this breakdown, Kody mentioned Robin multiple times. He tried to convince Christine that she was jeopardizing the family's unity, but Christine shot back that the unity was already destroyed the moment he placed Robin above everyone else. This moment once again highlighted the root of so much pain in the family. Kody's favoritism toward Robin has left deep scars on all the other wives, and Christine wasn't afraid to say it out loud. The power of this confrontation is that it wasn't just about Christine and Kody's marriage, it was about years of inequality in the plural marriage. It was about a woman who had sacrificed everything, her time, her love, her self-worth, only to realize that nothing would ever be enough for Kody. It was about reclaiming dignity in the face of heartbreak. Some fans even called the moment historic in reality TV. One viewer posted, "Christine literally pushed polygamy out the door. That was the moment the entire experiment collapsed." Another wrote, "That push was the finale of Sister Wives, even if the show keeps airing." But for Kody, the tears didn't stop. After leaving Christine's home, he confided to cameras that he felt like his entire world was crumbling. He admitted that he had never imagined Christine would leave him in such a final and humiliating way. For a man who prided himself on holding his family together, this was a devastating blow. But many fans weren't sympathetic. They pointed out that Kody had countless chances to repair his relationship with Christine, yet time and time again, he chose Robin instead. Christine's push, in many ways, was the physical act of what fans have been shouting for years. Enough is enough. The tears, the pleading, the claims of family unity, they all rang hollow because Christine knew the truth. She had lived it. And she wasn't willing to let Kody spin the narrative anymore. In the days that followed, Christine's resolve only grew stronger. She spoke openly about feeling lighter, freer, and happier without the constant stress of competing for Kody's attention. She focused on her children, her new marriage, and her own happiness. Kody, meanwhile, continued to spiral. With Christine gone, Mary detached, and Janelle questioning everything, his world with Robin suddenly looked more like isolation than unity. The symbolism of Christine pushing him out of the house wasn't lost on fans. For years, the sister wives' homes had been Kody's domain. He strutted in and out, often choosing where to spend his nights based on his mood. But this time, Christine chose for him. She pushed him out, closed the door, and reclaimed her space. For once, the decision was hers alone. This moment also signaled the undeniable collapse of the sister wives dynamic. While TLC may continue filming, the truth is clear. The family isn't united, the wives aren't supportive, and the dream of one big happy plural household is officially dead. Christine's act of pushing Kody out was the final nail in the coffin. Fans now wonder what's next. Will Kody ever recover from the humiliation? Will the kids continue to speak out against him? Will Robin remain loyal when the empire crumbles completely? And most importantly, will Christine's bravery inspire Janelle or even Mary to take stronger steps toward their own independence? What's certain is that this confrontation will go down as one of the most memorable moments in the entire Sister Wives franchise. It wasn't just reality TV drama, it was a raw, emotional, and powerful moment of a woman reclaiming her voice after years of silence. Christine pushing a crying Kody out of her home was the perfect metaphor for everything she endured and everything she overcame. The story of Sister Wives may have started with a man and his 4 wives trying to live in harmony. But today, it's about one woman who found the courage to shut the door on heartbreak and finally choose herself. And that's the story fans will